So, activity. How many triangles do we have in a given picture? You have 30 seconds to count all the triangles in the picture. Time's up. The answer is 26. It has a 26 triangles in a picture.
I'm Reda Rojo.
And I'm Mark Brian Bascones, and this is the video presentation about Pythagorean theorem. When a right triangle has a right angle which is 90 degrees and squares are made on each of the three sides, then the biggest square has the exact same area as the other two squares put together. It is called Pythagoras theorem or Pythagorean's theorem and can be written in one short equation. A squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. Take note, c is the longest side of the triangle and a and b are the other two sides. In a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares and the other two sides. This side of the triangle is called the hypotenuse. So, the formal definition is, in a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So, let's see if it really works using an example. 3, 4, and 5 units triangle has a right angle in it. Let's check if the areas are the same. 3 squared plus 4 squared is equals to 5 squared. Calculating this becomes 9 plus 6 is equals to 25. And it really works. It's like a magic.
Why is this useful? If we know the length of the two sides of the right angle triangle, we can find the length of the third side. But remember, it only works on right angle triangles. Start with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Put in what we know, 5 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. Calculate squares. 25 plus 144 equals c squared. 25 plus 144 equals to 169. 169 is equals to c squared. Swap sides, c squared equals to 169. Square root of both sides. C is equals to square root of 169. Calculate. C is equals to 13. Start with a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. Put in what we know. 9 squared plus b squared is equals to 15 squared. Calculate squares. 81 plus b squared is equals to 225. Take 81 from both sides. 81 minus 81 plus b squared is equals to 225 minus 81. Calculate b squared is equals to 144. Square root of both sides, b is equals to square root of 144. Calculate b is equals to 12. Start with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Put in what we know, 1 squared plus 1 squared equals to c squared. Calculate squares. 1 plus 1 equals to c squared, and 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. 2 is equals to c squared. Square root of both sides, c is equals to square root of 2, which is about c is equals to 1.41, 42 and something.
Let's try this one and solve it in your own.
This is the video presentation about Pythagorean theorem.
I hope you learned from this presentation. Thanks for watching.